Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video. This time one of my favorite archetypes, Ancient Warriors. Or, if other people may recognize this as Romance of the Three Kingdoms. I sprinkled some Tri-Brigade cards into here as like a secondary engine. You do not need to do that. You can just fill it up with Ancient Warriors if that's what you want. As you can see at the top here, I have some missing cards. I could craft it, but I need to test this deck out a little more to fully understand, like, you know, how many of these that I would need. I definitely would take one Savage Dan Ying. What does he say? While you control a level 7 or higher, your opponent must pay 400 life points to activate a card or effect. So it's a tax card like Masquerade or Blackwing Dragon. This card is normal or special. You can add one level 7 or higher. Sorry, from your deck to your hand. Interesting. So it's a unique card. It's pretty new, even in the TCG, as far as I understand. During your main phase, you can special summon one Ancient Warriors from your hand. And if you do, take damage to its level times 100. Nice. So this gives you your free special summon from the hand. So those are the two Ancient Warriors cards that I'm missing. All right, I'm jumping ahead. Let's go backwards a little bit. What is Ancient Warriors? This is a going second OTK deck that basically, as much as you can, you want to OTK, you know, on your turn 2, as much as you know, as quickly as you can, because as strong as these guys are, they do not do well like turn 3 and beyond. Like, if the opponent clears your board, you're kind of screwed. You don't have too many tools. You don't have like too much recursion. So if you're facing a deck like I just lost to one, Pendulum Magician, you got to be careful not to put all your resources into like a 3/4 OTK, like, you know, putting them at like 2,000 life points, and then, you know, they clear your board, and then you got nothing. You have no way to come back. So you just got to be careful of that with this deck. You know, obviously it's really strong. Like, if the opponent puts up a weak board, like you're ending the game turn 2. It has a great way of like special summoning high attack monsters. And then extra deck, you know, you could probably throw a pot card in here because you don't really need the extra deck. It's just more like, I guess, you know, as like a toolbox. You only really need Ancient Warriors Oath, Double Dragon Lords, because this says once per turn, if this is link summon, you could add Ancient Warriors, and then quick effect, you could send one card from your hand or field to the grave, and then target a card they control, return it to the hand. So, you know, you could remove this. This gives you a bounce. I have some of the, you know, Tri-Brigade and, you know, Beast Warrior link monsters, but really not essential in Ancient Warriors. Really, the more I think about it, you know, you should probably change up. Let's do it right now for a pot card, because like Pot of Prosperity, I mean, Extravagance would work too, but then you would need multiple copies of Ancient Warriors, the link too, right? Because you don't want to banish that by accident. So this is the deck. Let's go through card by card. You know, I got my Cantress, my DD Crows, my Ash Blossoms, Imperm. Forbidden Droplet is there to break boards. I mean, you could replace this with more Kaijus, more spell removal, more Change of Hearts. You know, like, it's not like a set build, it's just more like what I think works. This deck could use a little more fine-tuning. It's not my best OTK deck. I would still say, Crusadia is probably better. But I feel like my build could use a little tweaking, if I'm being honest. So, I have a few Tri-Brigade cards. I have Nerval, Karas, Kit, and 2 Fractals. This is just like a secondary engine because the Ancient Warriors game plan is so like simple, and it seems easy to stop, right? Like if they have one monster negate for you, say like an Effect Veiler, maybe even like an Imperm, you're kind of screwed. So having the secondary engine there to take away some of their negates definitely helps to proceed with like the game plan of OTKing. So how would you go about the OTK plan? So you could either start with Sunmu, who I think is Liu Bei. No, I'm sorry. This is the Liu Bei. And this is Sun Jian. I'm not sure, but Romance of the Three Kingdoms, right? So basically, what does this guy say? You can send a card from your hand or field, add an Ancient Warriors monster from your deck to your hand. So if you normal summon this, you add where is he? You could add Rebellious Lu Feng, and then if you have Valiant Zhang Dai, you could special summon this for free. You could also start with Guan Yu because he's a free special summon if your opponent controls a monster. So there's multiple ways you could go about starting the combo. I really feel like modifying this deck while I'm talking to you guys, but let's just keep this as is. Alright? So you have Virtuous Lu Zhan. If your opponent controls more monsters than you, you can send a card from your hand, special summon an Ancient Warriors from your deck. Which ideally would be, Lu Feng or Cao De. These guys are strong, as you could tell. Like, look at this, 2,800, 3,000. The Zhuge Kang, which looks familiar, the strategist from Liu Bei's faction. Zui Ziliang, I believe is his name. This says if this card is added from your deck to your hand by the effect of an Ancient Warriors card, you can special summon it. And I forget which one of these adds a card. I really do forget which one adds a card. Fire Formation Tenki, which is at 3, I believe, so you could run more of these if you want. If oh no, it says Ancient Warriors, right? So sorry guys. It is Sunmu. This guy could add Ingenious Zhu Kang to the hand, and then you get a free special summon. And then it just kind of goes from there. I'd really just wanted to get into gameplay to show you what this deck can do, because it's hard to explain. The Tri-Brigade combo is basically you just kind of like activate their effects to send the cards to graveyard, and then you kind of just special summon either this guy, which lets you special summon a card from the hand, or on the opponent's turn you go into Shireg via Revolt. Right, so how do you search the Revolt again? the Bear Brum. If this card is sent to the grave, you can add a Tri-Brigade trap from your deck to your hand. So you go into Bear Brum, you search the Revolt, and then you're able to go into Shireg on the opponent's turn and banish one of their cards. So there you go. That's Tri-Brigade. You got Zhang Yuan. At the start of the damage step, you can special summon this from your hand, which is nice. If a card is destroyed, you can destroy a card. So, nice effects. I got my 3 Kaijus. Definitely useful in this deck. I talked about this card. You could switch to summon this for free. So if you want to run 3, go ahead. Zhang Day, if you control 2, you can special summon from the hand. So running 2 of these is probably a good idea. This would need to be special summon by its own effect, right? You can send a card from your hand or field, special summon this from your hand. So that's nice. And you could take one of their monsters. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the grave, you can special summon it to your field in defense. Then you got Lu Fang, which is a cool card, but it's also kind of weird because once per turn, during the end phase, if your opponent controls a monster with higher attack, you give this card to the opponent. So it's a little weird. Like a rebellious card, kind of like Lu Bu is. But, you know, risk reward with this deck, right? High risk, high reward. You got your spell removal with Space Typhoon and Feather Duster. Change your heart, you can run it 2 if you have it. I was just talking about the pot cards. Fire Formation is nice because it gives you an additional normal summon. Tenki, you know, you can run more if you have it. This is nice at 3 because it gives you an additional card. Oh, so this is another way you can such summon Ingenious Zukong for free. And then these are just, you know, staples as we spoke about. The extra deck we spoke about, not really that critical. Let's get into some gameplay. We're going second, as that is what this deck prefers to do. So they got a monster on their field, so that helps. Okay, so yeah, let's go pot first, because why not? 6, why not? So this, this, and this. Okay, what would help the most in this situation? So this is a free special summon. Okay, so let's bring him out. Boom. Let's bring him out. Bring him out. If your other Ancient Warriors monster effect is activated, you can target a monster you control or your opponent controls, return to the hand. Yes, sir. Bye-bye, monster. Okay. You send a card from your hand or field, add an Ancient Warriors from your deck to your hand. Let's do that. So, let's send Nerval because that card pluses off of that. So you could either add the Ingenious dude, or let's go full power Lu Bu. If this card is sent to the grave, add a Tri-Brigade. Yes, I will do that. So let's add Fractal. Okay. So this guy special summons for free because you got Ancient Warriors on the field. Look at this. Look at this attack power. This is Ancient Warriors in a nutshell. This is it. You clear their field and you OTK. On deck. So that was a little bit of a fail because I have no way to interact with these Tri-Brigade cards, but that's another point. Let's OTK this guy, shall we? Boom. 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 Does not look like it's enough. Unfortunate. Let's go into Ancient Warriors. Oh. You can add an Ancient Warriors from your deck to your hand. You can send a card from your hand and target a face-up card your opponent controls is sent to the hand. Yeah, why not? So let's send Duty Pro. Return this card. Now we add to the hand. What? So you could special summon this for free, right? But let's go with the spell card. That's for next turn. Alright, so let's go. And they get a little attack boost from this too. Am I right? No, from this. Eternity Dragon. That does not look good. Alright. So let's send this guy back. We don't need this card. You can destroy. No, we don't need to do that. Bye bye. That was scary for a second. Okay. This card missed timing. That's okay. AI does not know what to do. Oh, let's destroy their card. Ooh. Whoa. AI putting in work right now. Ooh. 300 life points. Alright, this guy is donezo. See if I can get Shureg on board. Him. I used to hate this card when I first started Master Duel. But now he's on my side. So there you go. There is Ancient Warriors. Like I said, if the opponent clears your board, you are in trouble. But the Tri-Brigade engine definitely helps to give you, follow-up. So there is Ancient Warriors. They are an OTK deck. There's not much else to them really. Obviously my deck could be modified a bit. My deck build, because I don't think it's ideal, to be honest. Maybe some more pot cards, maybe some more ancient warriors instead of some of the tri brigades. It's, you know, it's a balance, right? It requires more testing, but and I'm missing the Savage Dawn card, which is another cool card. You could add it to the mix. But there you go. That is Ancient Warriors. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care.